It's the Knicks, Jets, etc. podcast with Alex Trataros, John Meleka, and Raisi on the beat. Let's go.
What's good, everyone? Alex Trataros here with another Jets episode of the Knicks, Jets, etc. podcast. And what means always my buddy, my coach, pal, the man with a plan, the one and only, the man who's melancholy with me today, because the Jets are the Jets, and it's this matchup, John. You know what it is? A team that we have not beaten whatsoever, and we're gonna have to break this game down and just hope for the best. Hope for the best. But before we even get into that, how are you doing, my man? This is day number 2 after recording last night with Larry, who came in spicy. If you guys haven't checked that out, you're Knicks fans, please go check that one out. Came in real hot yesterday with some takes. But how are you doing, man? How are you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I am in this little weird spot with my sports teams, right? The Yankees aren't really doing anything in free agency, and we might have a Major League Baseball lockout. On the other hand, we have the New York Knicks, who are finally getting it together, but are obviously stressing me out. And being the cardiac Knicks minus cardiac Kemba, that's a whole different story. And then we got the New York Jets, who finally won a game. And I'm not upset that we won a game, but we looked absolutely terrible. And it wasn't a bad throw here, a bad game plan there. It was Zach Wilson's knee. So melancholy, yeah, but it's more like I'm just not happy, man. I'm just not happy with the outlook of the New York Jets. And this is a week where I was excited for this game all year, and I'm just really not excited for this game. Like I'm not willing to be cold for this game. I'm gonna just chill out, watch this indoors, and just chill out. That's how I feel about this game. I just kind of want to see what happens here. That knee really worries me. I don't like how he talked about it. I don't like any of it.
I know
that's how I am.
Very concerning indeed. But look, man, it is what it is. It's the New York Jets. I mean, it was a gross way to win. It was just a gross way to win, but we won. I'll always take the win, no matter what with this team, because they're for the last God knows how many years, it's been far and few between.
Yes.
But you talked about it, man. You mentioned it. Zach Wilson, how he talked about his knee. It's concerning. You don't want him to get hurt. You want to be able to play at 100%. And he's coming back from this knee injury too, man. He still doesn't feel stable. The question is, does he start getting that knee brace that all these other quarterbacks that we saw Mark Sanchez wear, you see Tom Brady wear, I think Matt Ryan wears it, like that robotic knee brace that protects it. I
got one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a meniscus. I got one of those to play ball in, or I got a smaller one specifically to play ball or snowboard in. And then I got one for after because it swells up after. I got like a heavy duty one to just like yeah. Like under sweatpants type deal.
You don't wear a knee pad when you play basketball? You don't wear knee pads? You don't go out there like Patrick Ewing?
Nah, I mean, if I was smart, I would have. Maybe I wouldn't be where I am today. My brother, old school, used to have those. He used to play with those, actually. Straight up blue ones.
Okay. I still I have water on the knee when I used to wrestle back in high school, and I need some sort of compression to keep it in there because it starts to feel a little wonky if I keep running.
You do? You Patrick Ewing it up?
Oh, only one knee. So it's kind of like the Michael Jordan, actually. Just on one knee. That's how it goes.
I got the brace. I got the right knee brace going.
The right knee is strong. The left knee is it's good. It's good in the brace. I like it. But hey, I think that's going back on topic. That's what Zach Wilson's going to need.
Yeah.
Just to feel a bit more secure.
One of us.
But the question is like, will he be mobile if he has one of those braces on? Hopefully, he doesn't have to go to that point. But if he's concerned about it, might as well be a little
If he's
careful.
concerned about it, think about how I feel.
Think about how fans feel.
Because I don't think he's talking out of the side of his mouth. I think he played like he was concerned. And on that play when he went out of bounds, when I rewatched that, man, it didn't look good. Really did not give me confidence second time around.
This is the tough part too, because we got 6 games left. You want to see him play with confidence. You want to see him out there playing like his normal self. You don't want him to play afraid, because when you start playing afraid, that's when bad things start to happen in football. You got to play at 100%. You got to play at full speed.
Yeah, well, like I'm not a doctor, but if it's a PCL strain and it healed up, like it can get worse. Like that's not how it is. It just says confidence on it, and whether he's still scared to play on it, and whether it's at full strength, because he's been off of it for resting it. You know what I mean? So it just has to get, revamped. I mean, he just needs to shape up. I think it's possible. We've seen him play well. That's the thing. And like we were down in the dumps the rapid reaction last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just because he stunk. And we know he can do better. Like if we knew he was, like, for example, when Mike White did bad, we weren't upset after the episode. We were just like, yeah, he stinks. It's fine. That was good while it lasted. And, it is what it is. We were kind of happy, that we had something so good to look at. And that's why we compared him to that. For Zach Wilson, we know he's so good. And when he comes to play bad like that, it was just terrible. And I don't know if this week is going to be much different. The Eagles, they like to beat us, as you said. I know they have some injuries. I know they have a couple of guys out right now with non-COVID illnesses. Even Jalen Hurts was hurt last week. So if they're depleted all over the place, I could see us, doing something. If they're at full strength with no safety on our squad, I don't know. I just see Devontae Smith getting there. If Miles Sanders gets healthy, Boston Scott, Jalen Hurts, just like, ugly game. 24 like 17 or 17 like 10, something disgusting. This is a huge game for the Eagles, so it would be awesome if we won it. Honestly, I would love to win this game, and I think we can. Right? The Jets are, for some reason, plus 6.5 at home versus Philadelphia Eagles. How do you feel about that?
I'm confused by it, honestly. I don't know how they're 6.5 if they're missing so many guys, and we just came off a win and Jets are home. Like, I guess they're factoring in that. These are the things that you have to factor in for that type of spread.
Philly's going to travel to MetLife.
Yeah, and I mean, that's not even that far, right? We're talking about just like going up the turnpike. So it's not like they're going too far. It's not like they're going to a new time zone or anything like that. We always face them in the preseason too. So this is nothing out of the ordinary.
We had a practice with them too, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Oh, dude,
yes,
we're so done. I forgot about that.
So they know what we do. But my thing is that you mentioned that this game is important for that. This game is important for Philly because they're 5-7. The Cowboys are 7-4. Washington's 5-6. They're still technically in the playoff race, like they're not out of it. So this game is important for them. So you might, if I'm a betting man, right, I'm factoring in that the Eagles have to win because they're still in the playoff hunt. On top of that, you look at, as we talked about, they did scrimmage with the Jets this preseason. And I would also say the other thing that comes into this too is that you're factoring in if Zach Wilson is going to be consistent this game, and no one really knows that answer. I don't even think Vegas knows that answer, but I think they're leaning on the side that he's been inaccurate, unpredictable, not really consistent. Has been essentially bad because he's a rookie quarterback, that they're factoring that in as well. And they're like, meh, he's probably going to put them in a hole to start off with. And Eagles going to have not a lot of leverage, but because Zach Wilson is turnover prone, as we've seen as a rookie, because he is a rookie, I think they're factoring in all of those things and obviously more, saying that the Eagles can come in here and win. Now, I think for this one, it's actually going to be a lot closer than that. I think it's going to be a gross game because that's how the Jets are going to play. It's going to be gross, like last week, because we're the Jets. But
it's cold,
the Eagles,
man. It's cold. It's cold football too. It's cold.
It's cold
football.
football.
We got a quarterback with a hurt knee. I don't
Yeah.
know. We're running. We suck at defense. Like, it's gonna be tough out here.
Yeah. And when you look, but the thing that I look at for this matchup, and if we're going through historically between these two teams, it's only like 3 games really out. The Eagles are 11-0 against the New York Jets, but there's only been 3 games where they've really blown the New York Jets out. Back in 2019, 31-6, but we didn't have Sam Darnold then. They're going against Luke Falk. So yeah.
Luke Falk, Sam Darnold, who cares? Zach Wilson.
Yeah, come on. First of all, let's be fair here. Sam Darnold's better than Luke Falk, okay? I'm not saying that he's any stud over here.
Though?
Yes, he is. Come on. He can actually push the ball downfield. Luke Falk can't throw further than 5 yards. Teams know how to game plan for that already. All right. When you're out, look, when I have an older married couple telling me that this quarterback does not look athletic whatsoever, he looks like a trainer for this team, that says more than me that I need to know. So I'm not even going to count that one. All right. That one's a wash. Next one that we have is 45-19 back in 2011 with good old boy Sanchez. That was the other whooping. Wasn't great. I was going to
go to that game.
I remember. And then the other ass whooping that we had was back in 1977, 27-0. But out of all of the other games, it's usually been within a touchdown that the Jets have lost. So that's why I think this one's actually going to be close, because I think both teams are in a position where Eagles don't have a lot of people. Jets are starting a young rookie quarterback, but defense started to pull it together. If the offense doesn't have the guys that will be out there for the Eagles, I think this is once again a time for the Jets defense to continue to stay on track. Okay, Jalen Hurts is questionable. Miles Sanders is questionable. Jordan Howard is questionable. Boston Scott is questionable. Devonta Smith is questionable. Jason Kelsey's questionable. Jackson Anderson's on. Anderson's on IR.
They're gonna play. Those guys are gonna play.
They have so many guys who are on. They have so many guys on injured reserve.
Yeah, those guys.
Offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the guards that are the problem for them. If Devontae Smith doesn't play, if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, now we're talking. Boston Scott's not playing. I mean, we have some dignity out here. We should win this game.
Look, this team is so inconsistent. All right. I think the Jets actually have a chance in this one to win, but looking at how the trend goes, that we just can't beat Philadelphia for God knows whatever reason.
I know.
God knows whatever reason why we can't beat Philadelphia. I think it's going to be a close one, though. I think it's going to be an ugly close one. But we'll see.
The Jets covering. Yeah, we need Quincy Williams to make some plays. We need CJ Mosley to actually want to play this game. We need Griffin to block. Wesco is injured. I hope Sheldon Rankins plays. That'll make the difference on our D-line. If Morgan Moses doesn't play, we're so screwed. But yeah, I mean, here we are.
Here we are, New York Jets.
Because like Quincy Williams limited, John Franklin Myers limited. I think they're gonna play. Morgan Moses limited. If something happens later, we'll see. But if they don't play, like if Morgan Moses doesn't play, if Quincy Williams doesn't play, like we don't stand a chance. So without Fatukasi, without Corey Davis, without Wesco, without Rankins, we can still compete here. That's really all I got for this game, man. I'm truly not excited about this game. First time all year, because I'm nervous. I'm nervous about Zach Wilson. If he comes out and he plays bad, man, I'm gonna start having bad thoughts in my head, and I don't want to have bad thoughts. So I'm just hoping he comes and he shuts me up in the first half, and he looks okay. I don't even care if the score is we're losing by 17, as long as it's like
Once
10,
again,
as long as it's 27-10, I don't care. that we score, like I don't care. If it's just the defense that's playing bad and we're scoring, doesn't matter. I just need him to look competent.
Once again, it's all we're asking for is competitive football. I don't know why we have to keep saying this. I'm just looking for competitive football for year one under this rebuild, this true rebuild of a team. That's all I want. That's all I need is just some competitive football. And
because like the wins aren't satisfying, dude. Non-competitive win, like the win last week was not satisfying. It's the weirdest thing. I've never been in this position.
Let me ask you this though: if we're talking about satisfaction, because there's two others.
It has nothing to do with the draft too.
Bengals was a satisfying win because that was electric.
It was amazing.
Titans win was that was
amazing.
Electric too. Yeah,
amazing. It was just because of Zach Wilson, man. This is because of Zach Wilson and his knee. And that's just doesn't feel good, man. It just doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel good. Like, this is supposed to be our franchise guy. Now we're gonna start thinking about his knee. Now we're gonna start thinking about if he's good. Like, what are we doing? It's the year's about to be up. It's week 13.
Week 13.
We don't even know if the guy can run on his knee. Like, come on. Like, I thought maybe we could like have something pinned down. We have nothing with our quarterback yet. It's just that's frustrating. Everything else is fantastic. Our draft has been amazing. I love our guys. Like, I love how our O-line is shaping up. Becton and AVT is going to be amazing. We're going to draft a center. Duvernay Tardif has been amazing. I hope we re-sign him. He's been fantastic. We need a new, we need a new right tackle probably. See what happens there too.
For sure. And it's funny that we got the tight end back on our team after we traded him to get Duvernay Tardif. It's look at Joe Douglas winning trades, man.
I love that trades, guy, man. I love Joe Douglas, dude. I love Joe Douglas.
Winning trades.
I don't even care well if Zach Wilson fades, bro. He had to take him. What was he going to do?
No, he didn't. No. Zach Wilson has to hit to save Joe Douglas. To save Joe Douglas.
He doesn't. Justin Fields stinks.
I mean, just
like that. Like just
I blame Matt Nagy.
The other quarterbacks don't really do it for me. Like Justin Fields, Mac Jones, like I don't care about those guys.
Look, I mean the quarterback.
The Zach Wilson thing is not crazy for me because he could still trade him. He could still do something. There's still enough in the tank where he can do something. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he could trade him. We could see who wants.
I'm just saying he's not a bust. You know what I mean? Even if he sucks the rest of the year, he's still not a bust. So he's fine.
I mean, it's too early. It's too early to call him a bust. This isn't
exactly. He's shown enough though. But like, think about it. Josh Rosen, that's a bust, and you've seen way less of him than you've seen of any of these quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? There's really quick. You could just tell.
But to be fair for quarterbacks, right? You have to land in the good spot in order someone to groom you and to develop you. Unfortunately, Josh Rosen. Jets. Yeah, and unfortunately, because it's the Jets. Because it's the Jets. But look, for Josh Rosen, like I feel bad for the dude because he went out to Arizona, he's gone to Miami, and then honestly, he might be better than Tua. And
no,
you don't think he's better
Josh
than Tua?
Rosen is very bad.
I think he also needs an opportunity to go play.
Every time he gets a chance, he throws 4 interceptions. What are we talking about?
You also got to have a good coaching staff and all this stuff to build him up
Josh
to get
Rosen
somewhere
goes
to the baseline.
4 for 100, 4 for like 39 with 150 yards on a touchdown. That's Josh Rosen's stat line. Lost by 26.
He is playing terribly. I agree with you on that. Some guys just need that one coach that can help them, develop them, and do all those things. Like Alex Smith had John Harbaugh. And I'm not saying Josh Rosen would be the next Alex Smith. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But you need a good coaching staff. You need someone to help actually develop some of these quarterbacks because it's a difficult position. It's not college. You're taking it to another level. You gotta be able to read. You gotta get down the mechanics, all that other stuff. Has Josh Rosen been good? No. Do I believe in Josh Rosen? No. I just don't think he's had the opportunity to actually give enough.
Sam Darnold is better than Josh Rosen. That's all you have to know.
That doesn't say much either. So
exactly, that's all you have to know.
But to be fair to Darnold, he's also injured, so he's on IR.
Oh please!
I love how you just soured on Sam Darnold. So what has happened? We were here last year, just like Sammy boy.
I gave him a chance because we gave him a chance in Carolina. He had everything going for him. He has the best player in the league on offense, arguably. He has a stout defense. It's either him or his coach sucks. Like, if you want to tell me Matt Rule sucks, I agree. Like, fine too. I'm not impressed with the way Matt Rule is able to do anything. So if Sam Darnold are just we're gonna keep blaming his coaches, then fine, I'll go with you on that. Like,
I'm just asking, man.
I'm just saying I'm with you on that if you want to blame his coaches, but at some point, the guy, I mean, he ran a couple touchdowns. That was fun. But he did nothing on the Carolina Panthers. Like, he had Robbie Anderson, who he knew. He had some guys. I mean,
I agree with you.
Ask the Carolina Panthers how they feel about Sam Darnold, a guy who they didn't draft, who all they did was pay a little bit of money to, which is kind of annoying. And also draft pick, but ask them what they think about Sam Darnold's quarterbacking. You know,
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with any of that. He has a talented team. I haven't really watched much of the Carolina Panthers this year.
Bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Bad
is what. I mean, that's the thing about Darnold, is that he was always turnover prone. So, and not the most accurate guy either.
Just not good, dude. But he did run a couple times. That was fun. Like, he looked really athletic. Good when he was running. He looked a little like Josh Allen for like a couple drives. You know what I mean? He'd run, and then they're scared of it. They throw in a spy. They run. That's what we're hoping Zach Wilson can do.
Let's get back on our quarterback with that, since you said Zach Wilson. Thank you for saying that. Because I want to ask you this question because there was a whole discourse on the Bird app that we are so frequently on. And I don't know, you're smiling, so you may know where I'm going with this.
No, I don't. I'm nervous.
Okay, so there was this whole discourse on Twitter. I want to know what your take is. What do you consider Zach Wilson's ceiling? Because we have some fans and some content creators out there saying that it is Aaron Rodgers-esque ceiling.
I think pre-draft.
Others are saying Derek Carr.
Okay. I like Derek Carr as like a right now normal projection for Zach. Like, run out of the pocket control. That's fine. A little back to reality, but those people who are talking Aaron Rodgers, that's what they had pre-draft, and they're just still on that, and they don't want to get off of it, before even one full season is done. Very fair. I'm with them. But it's fine if they want to, stick to their guns. I get it, because you see those plays and the games that he had, those atrocious plays. I mean, you could blame it on everything. The offensive line, the wide receiver on that play, his knee now, the coaches, like, LaFleur was on the sideline during all those times. Then they just hired his coach. Like, there's 1,000 things to blame. So I get it. All right. I get both sides of it. If you're asking me, man, he reminds me of like David Carr. Like, I don't know what anyone's talking about. Like, he gets sacked a lot. He was late on his throws for the first half of the season. He gets injured. Like, I don't see it. I don't know.
But this is more of a ceiling, right?
I'm not ready to like crown Zach Wilson, to be honest with you. I'm really not. Like, I'm not ready to
fine.
call him Aaron Rodgers. Like, that's crazy talk. And Aaron Rodgers, first of all, sat on the bench for 3 years. So, like, when Aaron Rodgers came into the league, he was ready to fire. Like, if Zach Wilson sat for 3 years, I'm sure he would come and be amazing because he'd be like, or the worst, like just some fat kid. You know, by the time 3 years old, just like eating because he's like bored. Like, all right.
No, that would be Sanchez, bro. Sanchez is the one eating on the bench. But we're talking about stealing. So I know you're saying like David Carr, but that's how he's playing right now.
That's how he's playing. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I get you. But I'm saying, like, what's the ceiling though? Like, if you had to give him like a realistic projection, you know,
Phillip Rivers.
I mean, I'd be happy with that. Shit.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. I really like. Yeah, like, you know, just like turnovers, make some fancy plays. But I don't know. Phillip Rivers gets carried to the line with the torn ACL. Like Zach Wilson sat out 6.5 weeks with a PCL and then got hurt running to the sideline. So, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't know.
Nah, and that's totally fair. But I get, like, we were on the hype train early this season because we heard Aaron Rodgers speaking so highly. We heard Tony Romo speaking so highly. And we were discussing this last pregame when we were discussing Zach Wilson because we've had people raise this expectation for us. When you have Chris Sims saying, throwing off platform, being this next guy that could be so
Your
great.
favorite thing.
My favorite thing, man.
I need a t-shirt that says throwing off platform.
Can we just get can we do that? Can we just make a t-shirt saying throwing off platform? What is that? Like, I know what it is, but it's just funny. But
speaking of funny, because cut you off for 1 second. Did you see Zach Wilson's haircut?
Oh God.
Okay, never mind. I thought you saw it.
I mean, I could pull it up right now. We could.
No, that's fine. From the side, that flip, it looks ridiculous.
Oh, he's got the flip haircut. Oh, man.
Because you know how he has the headband going?
Yeah.
So it just looks like he has like a lot of hair and it's just like flowing up. But when you see it from the side, because his headband flew off last game, it looked very silly. That's all right.
I see it now. Okay.
Kind of silly, huh?
But man, looks like Zac Efron.
Yeah, like a little Johnny Bravo.
Little Johnny. What's going on, little mama?
Oh my God, that was really good. What Zach also was that Jack? Where he's not.
Oh man. No.
Off the rails. Off
the rails for sure. But getting back to where we're talking about, like, we're going back to like Zach Wilson just having everyone's giving us such high expectations for Zach Wilson. And I think we need people to really just I think we can't live off this expectation that he will be Aaron Rodgers. Like, I understand we were part of that hype because we were listening to it. Like, oh my God, he's going to be great. Like, everyone's saying this about this. Like, we had so much hype, so much expectation going into the season.
Yeah.
Game one, you're like, okay, there's something to work off of. Carolina, second half, you look good. Ooh, Broncos, Patriots.
No, Patriots, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I'm just going down the lines of like what you saw next. Like, Patriots are like,
I think that's the thing, man. That's the thing, man. Like, I fall into the same trap, right? So maybe it's a little bit of me, you know. I'm here. I can confess.
Eric Allen, man, does a great job. Does a great job.
Not that. Not forget one Jets drive. The critically acclaimed. They literally win awards, but forget that.
Yeah, like, because everyone gets sucked back in to be so hyped.
I go to the practice, right, for like the new quarterback, right? I did it for Sanchez. I did it for Zach Wilson, right? Man. I guess I can compare both of those, right? Because like we did it for
Darnold too,
and we did it for Darnold. Those three, like, once they're drafted, I go to the open practices. I go to the green and white scrimmage. I'm at the preseason game to watch them, especially the third one, right? I'm there. I'm at their first home game. I go watch them on the road to see how they do on the road. And every time, man, it's the same thing. And like, I watch other quarterbacks. Like, I watch other teams. Like, I promise you, like, as much as I love football, sometimes I just wish that like we were living in like the 80s. Besides the fact that Well, my uncle Mike always says, he's like, I wish you lived in the 80s. Every time we like talk, he's like, I wish you just enjoyed like the good Jets. And I agree with him there with like the sack exchange.
Yeah, I was about to say, who do you want to see? Mark Gastineau, Klecko? Yeah, hell yeah, man. I would like to have seen that too.
But like there's some beauty in like not being able to see how good the other teams are, except for like in the playoffs or something, because I'm watching every other quarterback, man. I'm watching other teams play, and just they never look like the Jets do, especially our rookie quarterbacks. They just look lost. And Sanchez was bringing us to the AFC Championship those years, and he still looked lost. Like even now, when you watch those games,
tells you a lot about that defense.
Yo, like even in the playoffs, like he has good throws, but I'm watching those games. Like if Darnold was there, we could have won those games, man. Nuts,
dude. If we had Sam Darnold we
could have won those games. I promise.
We could have.
It's crazy.
I swear to God.
So that's what this is all about, man. It's nothing personal. Like I really want Zach Wilson to do well. It's just like I've been watching. I'm watching every game. Like I'm there. I was there for the scrimmage again. I was there for the practices. I know everything about the kid. I watched him on the road.
We had Jake Hatch on here. Of course, we know everything about the kid.
Yeah, like I went to London for the idiot. I'm the idiot, really, because I thought this team was going to be good.
This podcast is really taking a turn. I don't know if this is like therapy session
I'm just
for
saying.
you.
No. I'm just saying. So it's not like it's really not about.
Take a seat.
Hey,
John.
like we're hating. We're not hating
Sit
on
on the
Zach
couch.
Wilson. I'm just saying we're not hating on him. We're not hating on him. Like that's the whole point. We're not out on him, and we're not hating on him. That's the point I want to make. It's just like we've been there before. We've seen it before, and it just seems like it's the same trajectory. Dude, and that's what's frustrating about this whole thing. So we're not not grateful for the Jets wins. We're not like being a ridiculous franchise of fans where we're already out on a rookie quarterback before, he finishes half a season of games. You know what I mean? He only played like 4 or 5 games because he was injured. So like there is a stigma that we're toxic, right? And it's not us. Like this one is not us. Like Darnold was us. Sanchez was not us. And I don't think that Zach Wilson is the Jets. I think it's Zach Wilson. That's all I'm saying. Like the defense sucks. I get it. But we have the coaches. You saw the other quarterbacks do it. We were in denial about that for a couple weeks. But like, let me ask you a question. Sure. Because we're on topic. This is not that. Like I'm being dead serious right now. If Flacco's in this game, does last week look way different? Are we looking like a real football team last week? And it's not like close.
Yeah, dude.
So, dude, what are we talking about? Like Joe Flacco sucks. You know what I'm trying to tell you?
Dude, we just watched Joe Flacco the week before. Okay, against the Dolphins. Like you looked fine. Like,
well, this is the problem, bro. Joe Flacco sucks. He's getting cut from every team in the NFL. He sucks, but he's better than Zach Wilson. Like, what am I missing, bro? Like that's what I'm saying. Like,
against
what
the team that consistent, he played well against a team that was consistently blitzing him. By the way, for an old guy that supposedly wasn't mobile enough to get away from blitzes, but he was able to make the throws necessary, keep us in that game. And once again, it came down to our defense just making some either blown coverages, getting penalties when we didn't need them. You had John Franklin Meyer hitting Tua where you're like, dude, what are you doing, bro? Just like you didn't have to. Like, pull up.
I know. Dude, you know, so it might be me. I'm getting sick of these rookies, bro. I'm getting sick of the rookie excuses, whether it's the Knicks or the Jets. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of the RJ Barrett excuses, the Zach Wilson excuses. Meanwhile, IQ is killing it, and Elijah Vera Tucker's killing it. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating. You know what I mean? It's so annoying, bro. I'm so annoyed at that.
I will say, I think it's different. Like I'm not angry. Like, this is getting way off tangent now. Wow. We're really making this a full Knicks Jets experience. RJ Barrett is like that's a whole case study on like what's going on right there, because he's like first year. David Fizdale was just complete ass. Like let's call
the same thing. Adam Gase, Zach Wilson.
We didn't have. Yeah. But David Fizdale, complete ass. Like, didn't help RJ whatsoever.
Sure.
Mike Miller trying to coach to win his games. RJ rookie. We also found out that you had the coaching staff trying to change the form that RJ Barrett already changed that was comfortable for him, and they wanted him to shoot a different way. Fine, understand that. Comes back, gangbuster, second season. You're like, okay, there's a shooting. We see he's a second option. When we discussed Larry last night, I know he's the second option still. Like, RJ's supposed to be that second option. He's not calling for the ball, like we discussed last night. Everyone, I highly recommend, if you're a Knicks fan, go back and check Wednesday's episode if you're here, listen to us on Friday. Like, RJ has to call for the ball more. RJ is also changing to being that defensive specialist. So different levels of what we're asking for this kid. You want to talk about IQ coming out being gangbusters? Absolutely. I agree with you. But that's like so rare to see like a rookie come out be gangbusters. And same thing with quarterbacks, really, too. It is.
Elijah
like,
Tucker looks good too. Every second pick we make is amazing.
But like, look, we were complaining about Obi last season. We're like, yo, Obi needs an off season, all of this, and now he looks good this season, right?
You think Zach Wilson needs an off season?
I think Zach Wilson. I think he needs an off season, and I think he just needs to get comfortable from not being in a BYU system where he had all day and just everything to do.
He's been getting his butt kicked in the NFL. So if like there's no but that's what I'm saying. He's been getting the craziest licks on him. He's back. His brain is totally NFL now.
But sometimes like for some people it doesn't register immediately like what needs to change. Sometimes you're like, wow, I really got to stop doing this and look back, take a long look in the mirror and be like, what am I doing wrong here? And then sit down and then go out there and execute. That's what Obi Toppin did. Tibbs was like, look, you're not playing defense. You're not hustling. You're missing assignments. Can't be out there. Comes in this season. Obi hasn't even really changed his game that much to what he was doing last year. He's just playing with more confidence, hustling his ass off. And it's like, yo, I see that energy right now. You're getting minutes. You're doing something for his team. Zach, different story because he's a quarterback. He's got to be the cerebral guy, learn how to read the defense, learn how to take what the defense is giving him. All this, that, and the third. Complete easy passes. Okay. I think if we want to say what it's more like, I think Zach is more like Obi, where he probably does just need another offseason to get more comfortable in an NFL season, put on some weight, get a full NFL offseason experience.
Deal.
And like in that next season, because he's not allowed a sophomore slump. There's no such, not for him. He has to come out. Like, this is not Cam Newton balling out first year. It's like, oh, sophomore slump. We all know what it is. No, he's got to come out next season and say, we got to see some sort of improvement in year two. There has to be. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I want to just say, because I didn't get the chance on it, I'll gladly take Derek Carr ceiling for Zach Wilson. I don't know why people are going off on that. Like, Derek Carr is in, we're talking about before everything was going haywire for the Raiders. We're talking about like MVP conversation for Derek Carr by the way he was playing. Like,
he does that. Oh, not last year. Besides last year, he does that almost every single year for a clip. He always has the clip, like 5-6 games, where you're like, Derek Carr could be MVP every single year.
Yeah, and then the Raiders just fall apart. And then
just the Raiders.
Look, Jack Del Rio was just not good for that team. But that year where he had Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper, that team was, Derek Carr was shredding everything before he got injured. Yep. He was shredding the league, absolutely shredding the league.
Yep.
So I think if Zach Wilson could be that, I said Matt Ryan, just like a career arc for him. Like, I could see that, like, and I'll take Matt Ryan. I'll take Philip Rivers. I'll take all those guys. Aaron Rodgers, though, like coming off the high of what people were saying, like with the arm talent, with the athleticism, the deep ball, and everything, you can't give that as a ceiling. I'm sorry. Like, to be rational,
people think that they could have him. We'll trade you Zach Wilson.
Absolutely.
And a couple first-round picks. Aaron Rodgers is upset, and everybody's happy. Take Zach Wilson. Take 2 first-round picks. Take them both. Ours in Seattle, and give me Aaron Rodgers. Go ahead, have fun. Go ahead.
Give me Russell. I'll take Russell Wilson, but
not for all that.
Yeah, not. But I'm just saying,
our video producer Greg has something to say about that.
Younger. I'll take a younger. I just want a younger quarterback. Not someone just gank. How dare you, Greg? How dare you? You're fired. But look, I would say like I think it's unfair to have when we're talking realistic ceilings. And I even could go back to the NBA, like when we had Brandon Ingram, and it was like, oh, he's gonna be like he's like Kevin Durant, and it's like, dude, like Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant for a reason. Like
that's good. That's good. That's a good comparison. Even though Ingram in my dreams, Zach Wilson could be Ingram, but yeah,
relatively, yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But it would just be insane to say, oh, this could be like the next LeBron. It's like, whoa, like LeBron is LeBron for a reason. Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant for a reason. Can we get some? Those are the exceptions. To say someone could come in here and have the be an exception, it's pretty hard, man. It doesn't make any sense. But if we're talking about realistic,
just like
comps,
MJ10, MJ10 trademarks.
Yeah, like, can we just stop?
Yeah,
like just we need to stop saying these high expectations and be a little bit more realistic when we're doing evaluations. It's like, who could he actually be? Who is an average, slightly above average, if you want to say. Like Derek Carr, average to slightly above average if you want to do it. Matt Ryan, above average. If you're telling me
he's more mobile than Matt Ryan. That's why I was thinking like someone like Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, and like
I like to throw interceptions.
I'm just talking about more. I'm just talking more of a career arc. You know what I mean? Just career arc, like type of guy you can get out of.
Kind of playoff guy. He folds at the end. I mean, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I like Phillip Rivers. I mean, I could see Zach Wilson in a bolo tie. I'm just saying.
Oh, good Lord. I mean, he is from Utah, right? There weren't bolo ties out there.
Well, did you? Well, if we are so off the rails today, but actually, Phillip Rivers today, not today, but I heard Phillip Rivers talk about that bolo tie. It was actually a little snide at the coach because the coach made them all wear ties. And he didn't want to wear one, so he got a bolo tie to go around the
fun
team.
Fun fact, my pops, he loved Westerns growing up. Lone Ranger, Matt Dillon, from Gunsmoke, all those things. And he would wear a bolo tie once in a while. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, we were out in Arizona. We were out in Arizona for like vacation. He wore a bolo tie. I was like, what is going? He's like, you want one? I was like, no. I'm like, no, sir. I am from New York.
I actually love that. I'm down to end this episode on that note. That was a good note to end. I like
for sure. I'll take it. So let's finish it off though. But with this, what do you project? What's your projection for this Jets Eagles game? What do you got as like the score?
Well, first of all, I'm all the way back, man. Give me Zach Wilson to have an off season, and we'll see what happens on the Obi train. I kind of feel like you. When I was telling you, Obi needs an offseason, you're like, oh, okay, we'll see, whatever. That's how I feel right now. But I can get on that train. For this game, I just see something ugly. If Jalen Hurts doesn't play, if Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and Scott is out with the non-illness, what they call it the Lamar Jackson, and if Miles Sanders is out with an ankle, we're winning this game. But if they all play, if they all play, we're going to lose like 22-17. The good old Buffalo Bills score.
I can get behind that. Actually, that's a really good score. That's a really good ugly score. Really, really good ugly score. I'm going to go with this is going to be one of the very few times. I feel like every season there's like one game where we go where I'm like, yeah, I can agree with Johnny. This is going to be that one. I'm agreeing with you on that score.
Let's go. 22-17. Yeah, that's what Nick Center has in this game.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And on that note, with bolo ties, thank you everyone for tuning in for another Jets episode of the Knicks Jets Etc. podcast. You know what to do. Please make sure to give us a 5-star rating and to leave a comment if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts. But if you don't listen to us on Apple Podcasts, it's okay. We're on Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, Alexa, Stitcher. You name it, we are there. On top of that, we're on the YouTube now. So make sure to go to that YouTube channel, Knicks, Jets, etc. Period. You can find us over there. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you're watching one of the videos, please make sure to hit the like button. On top of that, make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you know when a new episode drops. Also, while you are there, we have Winning Picks Weekly. All right. John, video producer Greg, the guy who apparently doesn't like Russell Wilson. We got some talking to do in the Slack, my man.
You got to listen to Winning Picks Weekly, dude. He has some stuff to say about Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited.
Yo, he has some stuff to say. Tune in.
Yeah, the guy. Guess what, Greg? There's some unlimited talk that we're about to have right now about Russell Wilson. All right, make sure to go over there and listen to Winning Picks Weekly, because these guys have been doing a great job, especially John. That's right, Greg. I'm giving you the shade right now. John's been killing it this season in betting. Make sure to go check his picks out. Yo, 3-0 for Thanksgiving. 3-0 for Thanksgiving. This guy is killing it right now, man. Killing it. On top, and what?
Bad he's not on this call right now.
And let me tell you right now, NBA Winning Picks Weekly coming out soon. Don't worry, it's in the works. There's one episode out already. Tally site. I mean, I do stuff for Tally site. I'm looking for the good stuff to bet out. Last season, I was just telling you what to do for everything. I'm looking for the good bets, not everything. All right. I'm not going to give you what I'm looking for, the good bets for the Knicks to tell you about. But then
like the Suns on Friday, but whatever.
That was a good one to put money on. Look, you're telling me you want to make a bet? Sure. All right. You know what I was really pissed about? Downloaded FanDuel, and I was thinking to myself, I got to take the Spurs. Celtics. I was like, this feels like a game the Spurs are going to come out. And I was like, God damn.
I'm taking the Knicks tomorrow. Knicks Bulls. I got to go through Jersey on my way to the Garden. I'm taking a little Knicks bet.
There you go. I like it. Tomorrow's a good bet for the Knicks. And then last and certainly not least, please make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it.
Stitcher.
We are there. Stitcher. What? This throwing everything off. But thank you everyone for tuning in for another Jets episode. We'll catch you later next week for the breakdown when the Jets play the Eagles. All right, everyone. Catch you later.
Let's go Jets.
Don't wait to put an end to junk sleep. Shop Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale and save up to $500 when you